It was a dominating performance by the Toronto Rock from the opening whistle to the final one as they knock off the Calgary Roughnecks 14-9 on our TSN Game of the Week from Calgary. Brad Challoner, Teddy Jenner, and Brad, this was just a dominant performance by a team that's really starting to put the pieces together.
They're back. The Toronto Rockers so back. I think they just took a couple of games to remember who they were. Some complacency, some stagnancy coming into the regular season, and health as well. They've been missing so many bodies, but this is a team that's a perennial playoff powerhouse, and it just took them a couple of games to remember who they were. They got better each and every night. Finally got the win last week, and then their defense tonight absolutely locked in, not giving these Calgary Roughnecks offensive superstars any space to operate. They were aggressive. They were on hands. They were physical. They were tormenting Dane Doby and Curtis Dixon and Jesse King. They were physical. They were blocking shots. Latrell Harris back in the lineup. He pushed the pace in transition. And then when they did get beat and Roughnecks were able to penetrate the inside, their backbone, Nick Rose, the reigning goaltender of the year, stood tall, staring down some of the best shooters in the world from point-blank range. He was absolutely dialed in. The Rock are built from the defense out, and when they play like they did tonight, and Nick Rose plays like Nick Rose can, this is a team that can hang with any team in the National Lacrosse League.
And when you get good goaltending, that offense sparks their transition, and Toronto really started to get that transition going, and that helps your team gain a lot of confidence. But really, you mentioned this team's built from the back end up. When you get a Challen Rogers back, it's great. When you get Latrell back, it's great. When you get Tom Schreiber back in your offense, it's the best thing that could happen to any lacrosse club. And just in 2 games that he's been back, he's got 6 goals, 12 points.
Yeah, took matters into his own hands in the first half of this lacrosse game. A first half hat trick, scoring 3 goals in 3 ridiculous different kinds of ways, just stinging corners, bounce shots, short side, far side, whatever. Tom Schreiber can do it. So the righties are there. Boucher and Dawick have been great all season long. The big question mark for Toronto all season long has been other side of the floor, been the lefties getting involved, and they finally got off the schneid tonight in a big way. Mark Matthews gone for the year, going to get shoulder surgery, so more opportunity for guys like Dan Craig and Corey Small. They've been working hard, staying after practice, trying to get their shots dialed in, and they finally balanced out the scoring tonight. Dan Craig with 2, Small with 1, and Cameron with 2 as well. So the lefties 5 of the 14.
Dan Craig is with Chantel Chan.
Dan, all week long you were hearing a lot of stuff about the lefties on offense and how they needed to see a little bit more from you guys. Your thoughts on how you guys played tonight?
I thought we played a complete game everywhere. That was our best game of the year for sure. It was our most complete lineup, obviously. That had a lot to do with it, but really happy all over the floor.
Now, this is your guys' second win of the season, building some momentum. Calgary's a tough place to play. Was this a statement victory for you guys tonight?
Yeah, we think so. Like I said before, we had a complete lineup, which is massive for us. The addition of Latrell Harris, you can't find another one of him in the league. So I think it was a statement win. It's a tough place to play, like you say. Decently convincing. We let them get back into it a little bit with penalty trouble. We don't want to do that, so we'll clean that up.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you very much.
Teddy, Brad.
They allowed a career low or season low and scored a season high. It was a recipe for success for the Toronto Rock. And you said, yes, they're back. But are they a team that other teams should fear now?
If they can play like they did tonight, absolutely. I said they can hang with any team in the league. So look out if you're going to get in the way of the Toronto Rock. They're already playing playoff lacrosse pretty much. They know losing those 5 games in a row to start the season, put themselves behind the 8 ball. They are in playoff mode. They are ready. And if Nick Rose and that defense is dialed in and they get that balance scoring like they did tonight, they can hang with any team in this loop.
The Vancouver Warriors will take on the Halifax Thunderbirds next week, and this Vancouver Warriors team is one that's maybe surprising some clubs around the league, but the biggest story that I want to talk about, I know you do too, is the machine, Owen Grant.
Oh, what a weapon Owen Grant has become. Not only is he an aggressive physical defender, he came into the game tonight second in goals for the Vancouver Warriors. No one saw that coming. He's going to be he's going to have one of the highest scoring defensive seasons in NLL history when it's all said and done at the end of the season. But Vancouver, they drag a lot of games through the mud, a lot of low scoring affairs. They've had fantastic goaltending and defense to start the season with guys like Owen Grant and their veterans, Beers and Dilks, will get it done, but it's their offense that's been a bit of a question mark. So they can play in low scoring games. Halifax is a team that can run up the scoring, so if they can put a lot of balls behind the net, things could maybe get out of hand for the Vancouver Warriors, but if they keep it a low-scoring slugfest, things will look good for Vancouver.
Another fantastic matchup on NLL Friday nights will take place next weekend in the Nest. Warriors and Halifax from Halifax.